how it's been, how it's going. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Outdoors with Geoff. Before we light the coals for today's cook, take a minute and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified of any new content that comes to the channel. What's up barbecue crew? Welcome back to Outdoors with Geoff. Today we're going to be making some reverse sear ribeyes. Now I have these Angus Choice Ribeyes that are about 1.25 inches thick, and we're going to be cooking them on the Gravity 980 today. We're going to be doing a reverse sear on these, so we're going to start them low at 275, and then we're going to let them come to an internal temperature of 120 degrees, and we're going to sear them on both sides for about 2 minutes total each. We're going to be seasoning them with Cattleman's Grill California Tri-Tip seasoning, and we're going to put down a SPG layer of the Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. Let's go ahead and get to the cook. So I'm starting with 3 1.25 inch ribeye steaks. And here I'm putting a little bit of olive oil on as a binder on both sides. And I'm going to start with the base layer seasoning of the Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. Next, I'm layering on the Cattleman's Grill California Tri-Tip seasoning on both sides. This is a pretty coarse rub, so you got to kind of press that in a little bit to help it adhere. And while these steaks rest, I'm going to go ahead and fire up the smoker. For today's cook, I'm using B&B Oak Briquettes, along with post oak chunks and a mix of pecan chunks. Today we're going to be running the Gravity Fed 980 at 275 degrees for the first portion of this cook. And we've had about a 15-minute rest for our steaks. Now it's time to get them on the smoker. So our smoker has hit 275 degrees, and you can see we got some good smoke rolling from that post oak and pecan. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and insert a temp probe so that we can start to monitor the internal temperature of the steaks. So we're setting our meat probe alarm in the Char-Griller app at 120 degrees. This portion of the cook took about 40 minutes, and then we got an alert from the Char-Griller app that our meat probe had reached our set temperature. All 3 steaks temped at 120 degrees, so it was time to go ahead and pull all 3 of them off and get ready for the next portion of the cook. While the steaks rested, I went ahead and turned the Char-Griller Gravity 980 up to 650 degrees to prepare for the sear portion of the cook. We were at 650 degrees in about 3.5 minutes. Now, one thing I did do was let the grill run at 650 degrees for about 5 minutes to let the coated grates get enough time to heat up to the temperature of the grill. Now I recorded this video before I recorded my comparison between the Masterbuilt and the Char-Griller, and one thing about these grates that I spoke about in that video was that you have to let these grates come up to temperature. I sear for about a minute, then I turn the steak, and then I sear for another minute, then I actually go ahead and I flip the steak. And you can see here in the video where my first side I didn't get as good a sear, but if you look at my second side, you'll see that I actually start to get some really good hash marks on the steaks, and that's from letting that grill come up to temp during the cook. So I know I need to allow a few extra minutes beforehand and let this thing really heat up. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this cooker. I just have to make sure I'm cognizant of that when I'm doing a sear. Also, the next time I sear, I'm going to pull that foil off the heat shield to see if that makes a difference. I temp between 138 and 140 for all 3 steaks, so I let them rest for 15 minutes under some foil. And here's the final product, guys. So just to recap, we started with 3 1/4 inch Angus Choice Ribeyes. We seasoned them with Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning and Cattleman's Grill California tri-tip seasoning, and we let them rest. We got our smoker up to 275 degrees, and we placed them on the smoker and let them cook to an internal temperature of 120 degrees. We then took them off the smoker and then turned the Char-Griller 980 up to 650 degrees for the sear portion of the cook. We then seared the steaks on both sides for 2 minutes each, and then pulled them off and let them rest for 15 minutes. All right, after all that work, let's go ahead and get a good taste test in. Okay. Came out good. Has a lot of flavor from the rubs, the garlic pepper seasoning with the parsley. You can taste that, and that tri-tip seasoning is one of the best steak seasonings I've used. I put that on a lot of stuff. Steaks came out good. Had a temperature, showed you about 138 degrees, 140, but it's got a nice little crust to it and has a really good flavor. But came out good. I love it. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the cook. All right, guys, thanks for watching this episode of Outdoors with Geoff. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications when more content comes out. And also check out these videos here on the channel as well.